labor ruling, Byron York, the National Labor Relations Board, ruled that Browning Ferris Industries, it's a waste management company, qualifies as a joint employer alongside one of its subcontractors. So what does all that mean?
Well, it has to do with big companies that you've heard of, like McDonald's,
Sure.
who have restaurants that are actually owned by franchisees, or other big companies that large parts of their business is done by contractors. So you are an employee of the contractor or the franchisee, and you're unhappy with your work conditions, and you want to take some sort of action against them. In the past, the bigger company, McDonald's was always separate from that. You couldn't take this. You couldn't enter into a labor negotiation with McDonald's. It was always the guy who owns the particular restaurant you worked at. Now the NLRB, in a straight party line ruling, why elect a Democratic president unless you can control the NLRB? In a straight party line ruling, they have said that McDonald's has responsibility in this case, and that the workers will have to negotiate not just with the franchisee but with McDonald's as well.
So what does this mean for labor unions?
Well, labor hasn't had much good news in recent years, and this is good news for them. And I think it is also an effort by the NLRB to sort of adjust labor laws, adjust labor policy to the realities of the 21st century economy, the realities of the fact that, so many people no longer work directly for these big companies, but for franchisees or contractors, or, in many cases, sort of for themselves. I mean, you wonder how this is going to affect an economy of Ubers and Airbnbs and whatever else as well.
And it will.
Well, it will and here's the if the small business lobby and the Chamber of Commerce and the franchisees organizations don't convince Congress to pass a law that basically overturns what the NLRB just did, which is what will happen next. And I would mark this and put it in your file of things that will happen if Republicans win the White House and keep control of the Senate in 2016. That's the path of recourse now for the business community that does not like this. It's not feasible while Barack Obama is there to veto a bill, but it might be feasible, in a year and a half, for example. So this is not entirely over yet, but it's a big deal for now.